Thank you, Paperlike, for sponsoring today's video. What is up, guys? This is episode 1 of the painting/drawing podcast. I don't think this is like really a podcast. All right, I'm not starting a podcast. I feel like everybody has such a angry take on that right now. They're like, why is everybody starting a podcast? So this is not a podcast. I'm just doing a draw and chat, a paint and chat. I have a real-time sketching process for you. It is those like cute little sticker faces that I make. And I'm going to show you guys how I do it in literally real time. So this is going to be like a nice long sit-down video for the two of us. Or maybe you're with a friend. Maybe there's 3 of us here. I don't know, whatever you got going on. I've got my snack. Oranges, of course. Are we surprised? Matches my little notebook where I have some talking points so I don't get lost during this little adventure. And a glass of water because you never know what's going to happen. I'm pretty much in my pajamas. It's kind of one of those days. I figured, why not? I'm using the iPad Pro, 12.9 inch. I am using Procreate, of course. It's my go-to. And I'm currently sketching with the 6B brush. I pretty much just use 3 brushes when I'm using Procreate. The 6B, the painting brush, and I use this one that I downloaded. I will have it in the description. But I usually just use those 3, and that's enough for me. I thought I would tell you guys, or start this little fun thing we're doing by just giving you a little insight into my life, you know, because I feel like you guys see me on the studio vlogs and you're like, is this real? Like, what is this kid's life really like? Like, is he doing okay? I will tell you this, having a lot of fun. This gap year has been great. Insane opportunities have come my way. I've been working my little booty off, trying to make it in this world of capitalism, you know, just trying to get my bag, trying to make some friends and meet new people, including all of y'all watching this video. So it's been fun trying to see if I can make it as an artist, and I've been like pleasantly surprised by a lot of fun stuff that's happened along the way. But as I'm taking this gap year, you know, usually when people go on a gap year, they travel to Europe and they go backpacking and they do these crazy exchange programs and they get out of their comfort zone. Let me just tell you, I have been sitting in this room in my house pretty much since March 12th of 2020. I barely leave the house. I'm here all the time. Most of my friends are at school. Some of them are actually home. But even then, I live in the cold. It's snowy, and there's truly not a lot to do around here. So I definitely get a little like crazy in the head when I just sit in here all day long. But it's been fine. I've never had the Rones, never been there. Very grateful. But yeah, definitely trying to get out of here. So it's a little tough in that regard. But at the same time, I can't really complain because so many great things have happened regardless. But then I always get questions from you guys, like, what are your future plans? Such a valid question, because the more I sit in this room, the more I realize I really have to go to school. I have to go somewhere. And college just kind of makes sense. You know, what else am I going to do? I don't know where else I'm going to go. So I feel like I talked about it a couple times. I applied to 2 schools. So, well, I did that whole application process again because I couldn't defer last year. I got into USC and committed and then couldn't defer. But I didn't want to go with the Rones and there were other things going on. So I just said, screw it. And I reapplied. And I haven't heard back yet. I hear back April 1st. So hopefully I get in again. But it's no guarantee. So that's a little scary. I applied to 1 school as a backup. I applied to the School of Visual Arts in New York. I'm more of a city kind of vibe. I don't want to be like in a college, but stuck in the woods somewhere. I'm used to that. I've had that my whole life. I live in the woods. I don't want more of that. I want to be somewhere where there's like people running around all the time. It's crazy. It's busy. And it's just motivating. I need that. I like that. So I applied there. And they have some crazy alumni. Rebecca Sugar, Steven Universe, James Jean, illustrator and fine artist, redonkadonk, crazy, talented, skilled. It's ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, they're producing all of these masterminds. Like, they must be good. So Definitely two very different schools, but I think they would both work. So, yes, that is where I'm at. I don't know. We'll see where the wind takes me. I'm not that concerned about it. You know, I feel like if anything, this year has taught me, like, you can make it work. Whatever happens, happens. Even kids that I know that went to their dream schools were struggling. So, like, nothing is perfect, you know. Our expectations are sometimes never met and they're sometimes exceeded. So, everything just works out. So, I have the solo show I'm prepping for. And I know I keep plugging it as, like, oh my God, it's my first solo show. Like, trying to make such a big deal out of it. And it is so cool. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe, you know, I have this whole space to like show my stuff. But I don't want to try and flex and be like, I have this whole gallery and it's like this insane thing. It's more of like a restaurant. Like it's a cute little thing. There is an artist who's like the curator for the restaurant. So it's like really cool stuff. But no, I'm not showing my work at like some esteemed gallery. Like it's a cute little thing. It's like a good starting point for me. So I'm really excited about it. I've been whipping out those pieces a lot slower than I wanted to be, but it's also just because I've been busy with other things. There's a garbage can here. I don't know if you could see that, but it's there. I'm not just throwing my orange peels on the floor. That would be funny though. Yes, I guess, should I talk about this drawing really quick? I totally forgot that that's what we were actually doing. So this is a little face doodle. I love this style. It's so fun. It's so easy. I do all of these in about 40 minutes and I don't really have to think about it. It's just fun. I like to make the eyes really big. I like to make the nose a little too high and kind of pointy. And then the lips, voluptuous, got little 2 dots on the end there. And yeah, I like to do the monochrome because I feel like it just fits the vibe. I don't know if I've ever really done one of these not in monochrome. I don't know. But my process is very similar to the Melon Party. I start with a sketch. I actually did sketch it on the iPad. Which is okay for something really simple like this. And then I actually started this with a darken layer on top, and then I just reduce the opacity, and then I slowly build up with multiply layers using the 3 different brushes. Yeah, originally when I started this, I wanted it to be like a lemon. Like that's what I was thinking of, like lemon. I like fruit a lot, as you guys could tell. So like, okay, lemon would be cool. It ended up turning more into like a fiery type of vibe, but I still have like lemon shaped earrings on her. So, or him, I honestly don't know. I don't think it matters. Before we go any further, I would love to tell you about today's sponsor, which is the Paper-Like Screen Protector. It is a must for my iPad workflow. I love it so much. As you guys know, I am a traditional artist at heart, which means I love the texture of paper. So when I started drawing on the iPad and it was glassy and glossy and I could not get a grip on the surface, the Paper-Like Screen Protector totally changed the game. It doesn't even affect the color shining through, and the surface is great. It is just like all of my favorite sketchbooks, which literally make my iPad feel like my sketchbook. It's crazy. I don't even feel like I'm doing digital art, which is what I love. So if you're new to the iPad and you've still been using the glassy surface to draw on with the pencil, I highly recommend that you go and grab your Paper-Like Screen Protector today. If you want, there'll be a link in the description where you could check it out. Okay, now back to the talking. All right, yeah, I genuinely feel like I ran out of... Is my hair okay? That's another thing that really bothers me. I was so close to calling Supercuts today and telling them I needed an appointment. I don't like this. I don't like this Lord Farquaad. Somebody told me I look like O'Hare from the Lorax. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. I wanted it to grow out faster, and obviously that wasn't going to happen. I can't just force it out, but I don't know, guys. I just want to chop it off. All right, enough of that. Enough. So much drama for nothing. Let's look at what you guys wanted me to say. This is my notebook for all of my video needs, for all of the things that I think about that I think you guys would like. Okay, you guys were really interested in my music. A lot of times I say in like my vlogs, like when I have music playing in the background, if I'm painting or something like that, and I'm kind of like dancing, but I have to put royalty-free music on top, and I'm like, if only you knew. So I'm going to hit you guys up with my favorites right now. Number 1 has to be Briscoe. You've definitely never heard of them. If you have, you're probably from Texas. They are these 2 guys from University of Texas. I have a friend down there that introduced me to them, and they are so good. I have this like secret love for folk music. It's such good music for driving, drawing, like singing. Like it hits all the points. Anyways, Other great artists, LaMontagne, I think I'm saying that right. Lord have mercy if I'm not, because I've been listening to him for several years. Also kind of like folk, a little bit of rock, just very soft, soothing. The album that I really like, I think it's called Trouble. So many good songs on it. Forever My Friend, In My Arms, In Your Arms, In My Arms. I don't know. Trouble is really good. It's such a good like sequence. Like I love listening to the whole thing. Another album like that is Rex Orange County's Pony. I feel like everybody just listens to Pluto Projector and that's it. The whole thing is such a consistent, interesting story and it flows so well. So if you want to have an album that you can listen to the whole thing and like never skip a song, definitely that's one of them. And it's only like 30 minutes, so I could literally go drive to the art store and listen to the whole thing, and it's like, oh my god. Last band I have to plug, Peachtree Rascals, guys. Oh my god, if you don't listen to them, you're seriously missing out. They had one big song recently, Mariposa, which was huge over the summer, so you might know them from that song, but they have many other songs, and I think they're actually going to release an album soon. So yeah, start listening before they do, so that you can like get the vibes and like be a super fan, and then be even a super duper fan when they actually drop it. So yep. You guys also, while we're doing some favorites, you guys asked me who my favorite YouTubers are, which I feel like I talk about, maybe I don't. Furry Little Peach, can we just talk about Sean right now, guys? She is so cute. Oh my god, I can't handle. I love her videos so much. She is literally my number one motivator. I love what she does. I love her videos. I love her art style. Like Peachtober was the highlight of my fall. I'm not even lying. She just makes me happy. Like, you see how giddy I'm getting right now? I love her so much. I would literally fly to Australia right now if she was like, hey, come work for me. Oh my, in a heartbeat, literally. She's so cool. Like, it just seems like she leads such a beautiful life. I love keeping up with Rocket and her little cat Tonka. Oh my gosh, can't get enough. I'm secretly a big Emma Chamberlain fan. It's not even a secret at this point. She's really cool. There's a lot of other artists in this community that I also like. A new one is Corinna. Her videos are really neat. I love it when people join the community, you know? I act like I've been here forever. It's been not that long. But it's just nice to see other younger artists. She's still a senior in high school, I think. So it's really fun to keep up with her and see her work and like what's on her mind. So I enjoy that. Okay, I had a Q&A question. It was, what is your birthday? Now I want to talk about this because, is that a plane? All right, let me take a water break. For some reason, I appeared on like the famous birthdays page on Google. You know what I'm talking about? Number one, so random. Literally so random. I'm not like a public figure. Like maybe I don't, maybe I seem like that. I don't, okay, please humble me. I am just trying to be an artist, okay? So I was like, okay, famous birthdays, I see what you're trying to do, but like, don't give me that kind of confidence. Don't give me that ego boost. I don't want it. It's too much. But they got my birthday wrong. They said it was like March something, which I don't know where they got that from. The whole page is very weird. It's very dry. There's not a lot of information on it. It's basically just my name, and like, he lives at home and his family helps him package up his orders sometimes. Literally, it's the randomest thing ever. But in case you looked at that and were like, oh, his birthday's coming up. No, it's not. My birthday is June 17th. I love my summer birthday. I like that it's like halfway between like Christmas, like in the year, like it's the midpoint, you know? It's like what am I talking about? It's like the 6-month difference. It's like December and June. So I really like that. I feel like it gives a nice balance. It feels right. And I love the summer. We're moving on. Another question that I really liked, it was how to keep positive. When I think about this year, as I was talking about earlier, like feeling trapped and like a little cooped up, I'm like, how do I, not let that get to my head? How do I not let myself get burnt out? Like, how do I keep positive? And it's not easy. And I'm lucky to feel like I'm kind of good at it. I feel like I can separate myself from my emotions and not let them consume me and my actions. But there's also a fine line between doing that and having control and like suppressing your feelings. Like, it's important that you don't do that either. And I'm not a perfect person. I'm not trying to say that I am. I struggle with this a lot. I think everybody does. But I think like the biggest thing that I think about is you have to remember the happiest time in your life, whatever that is. Maybe it, like, I'll tell you, for me, I genuinely think it's this vacation I went on with my family and my cousins to Cayman Islands. And it's like this cute little island in the Caribbean. The whole thing, like if you were to drive across it, it's like 40 minutes, like super small, super cute. And we went there, it was like 10 of us. And I just love my family so much, love my cousins so much, love spending time with them. And it was beautiful every single day. We saw so much nature and like such natural beauty, bioluminescence, like crazy snorkeling. We saw stingrays, turtles, starfish, barracuda. That's a story for another time. There was just so many highlights, so many great memories, great food. And like I literally just get happy just thinking about it. And when I'm like having a bad day, I'm like, it's possible to feel like that again, you know? Like if you're somebody that's struggling with like depression or like long periods of feeling like negativity, you just have to remember that like it's possible to feel like that again, or to have a moment like that in your life. Even though it feels like maybe it's not worth it to get to that point, you know, if you're really struggling, you just have to remind yourself of the beautiful things that could be. Wow, this got really emotional, really deep so fast. Wasn't expecting that, but yeah, that's what I try and do. And try and be an observer of your feelings. Like, I'm feeling this way, and then say, okay, why? Why do I feel like this? How can I fix that? How can I change that? How can I feel positive? So you have to be like accepting of your feelings, but also act as kind of like a mediator for them, and not like a, what is it? Like a burdener, like the burdened. Like, don't be burdened by them. Whatever. I feel like I'm rambling. Enough of this. I need some more questions. I ran out of talking points. Are we surprised? No. I think we're going to do some rapid fire. That's kind of fun. I love doing that. How do I deal with art block? You guys are going to hate me for this. I don't know if I believe in art block. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't give it so much power. I feel like I've definitely had phases where I'm like, I can't think of anything. Like, this drawing sucks. And most of the time, it's just me like projecting frustration that I felt like maybe over one drawing over a longer period of time. And I'm like, okay, I haven't made anything that's as good as this in a while. And so I'm like, my art isn't as good anymore, and I'm struggling, and it's dumb. And it's like, no, like, you're going to make another piece like that you're really proud of again. You just have to sit down and do it, and like get over the fact that you might make a couple bad drawings beforehand. And I know that's so much easier said than done, because it's hard to pick up the pencil when you're just not excited about it and you think it's going to turn out bad. But I think it's totally a mental thing. Like, I don't know. One of the things I like to do is I get really fed up with realism and trying to be a perfectionist. I'll actually show you right now. Especially in preparing for this solo show, I've been really on my case about making everything look good, which is so annoying, and I hate when I do that. So the other day I was like, okay, this is really getting to me. I need to just relax. And so I started just filling my sketchbook with like kind of doodly things. I was also frustrated because my sketchbook felt small. So I'm like, this sketchbook is very small. I don't know where I'm going with this. And I did a little hand doodle, and then I did a little mishmash sketch just to get myself broken up. And then I did this, which is like how I like to draw flowers as a kid. This was a very fun spread for me to do. And I was like, okay, this is a lot of fun. Like, I think somebody that would flip through this page of my sketchbook would think it's probably pretty bad, but I really like it. So I think just letting yourself be loose, and just like, if you're frustrated doing realism, like literally just go to town in your sketchbook. Like, make it in your sketchbook, because then it's like making something ugly in your sketchbook is so hard, but also such a relief when it just sits there. And it's like, okay, like something ugly can exist in here, and it's okay. Sometimes it also helps to just sit in your shower or go on a drive and just be like, okay, what's been on my mind? What's been on my mind? What do I want to talk about? What do I need to think more deeply about? What do I need to reflect about? And then sometimes that just turns into visual media, the more you think about it and the more you reflect. So I think it's being, more up here and less here. That was not rapid fire. Okay, now this is rapid fire. What paper do I use to paint on? Canvas? Or I'll just use like any mixed media paper. I'm not that picky. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. What are my thoughts on tattoos? I think they can be really cool, but I've seen too many ugly ones to get one. I'm also somebody that gets bored of things very fast, and I know that if I were to get one like on my arm or my hand, I would yak at the sight of it, even if I loved it when I first got it. That's why I think I might get one like right in my armpit. Less commitment. I don't have to see it every day. That's how I feel about that. This just says cheese. I'm more of a fan of like an aged cheese, something that has a little like a harder cheese. I don't know what the cheese vocabulary is, but whatever. I also like goat cheese on a cracker or in a salad. First kiss. Y'all. Favorite art supplies, I love chart pack markers and just a mechanical pencil. You guys know that. What is my relationship with social media? I wish I didn't have to rely on it so much, but it's also so fun and I love meeting you guys on here. But it is also a big commitment. I really wish I had somebody like a helper, like an assistant or something, because there's so many things to do all the time. Guys, please keep this clean. This is so weird. My family, are we close? Absolutely. Yes. Advice for young artists, take a drawing class outside of school. Take a drawing class outside of school. Literally, hopefully it's a figure drawing class or still life. Get your technical skills up. The sooner you do it, the more you will thank yourself later. It is so important to have those fundamental skills. Even if you're doing something super cartoony that's never realistic, you're going to want to have those skills. It just makes life so much easier. Are you planning on finishing college? I didn't even start. How people reacted to the gap year. Family was super supportive. Understandably, because I think it was the Rona. If there was no Rona, I don't know. I think they would have been a little more skeptical, but I totally recommend taking a gap year, literally Rona season or not. It has been such a fulfilling experience for me. I think if you have a direction in life already, something you want to try out, it can be so beneficial for you. There's so much I have learned by doing this week after week after week and seeing what works, what doesn't, what do I want to keep in my later career and what do I want to cut out. It has just been a very fulfilling experience. I'm very grateful for it, and I think it's a great idea for many, many people. I don't think everybody, but I think for a lot of people. What made you really love art? I could not tell you. I don't know. It's something I literally have done since I was a baby, and for some reason I just kept doing it. That's literally it. I don't know, but I do really love it. Okay, wait, actually, I'm looking at this drawing right now. I feel like I should talk about it again. Basically, what I'm doing here is kind of like a cleanup layer. So I'm working in a normal blending mode, and I basically just add detail and refine everything. Usually that means going in with a darker tone. So in this, it's kind of like this burnt sun orange. And I'm just kind of using that on the eyebrows, the eyelids, the eye line, around the iris, the pupil. In the tear ducts, I like to define my corners. If you know my TikTok, that's kind of a big phrase that I use is define your corners. Definitely my favorite part of the process. It's very satisfying to see everything come together. But yeah, high school experience. I guess I could talk about this. Kind of embarrassed. I don't know. I don't like reflecting too much on high school. I was a leadership kid, I guess you would say. I was the class president, like, for 3 years, and then I was a student body president, so I really loved all that leadership stuff. I loved student gov, planned spirit week, all that crap. Went a little bit overboard. It was still fun though. Favorite tea, I like a tea flavor with some fruit in it. Like right now we got this like a peach tea, and I'm pretty crazy about that. So do you think a consistent style is important to be a successful artist? No, I think actually being able to reinvent yourself is really important as an artist. You look at somebody like James Jean, Picasso. I mean, I'm throwing out these huge names right now, but they have such a ability to have very distinct series, but then totally switch it up out of nowhere. And I think that is really a valuable thing. That's going to keep people interested and invested in your art and keep you improving and trying new things. So don't worry about a consistent style. I don't think it's super important. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter? I gotta say smooth. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Of course this is from my... Okay, shout out Lizzie. I didn't even notice she was the one that commented this. But she just said Minecraft. And I was like, wait, I want to talk about Minecraft. And then I saw that it was her meme. I love Minecraft. I just started a hardcore world like about a week ago. And I'm literally doing so good. I am so psyched about it. I've got a beautiful farm, a beautiful house right on the water. And I've been mining a little bit. That makes me a little nervous. I did find a nice little cave structure, but also nervous about that because I don't want to die. Because I really love the life I created for myself there. So, yeah, I go through phases, and right now I'm in a Minecraft phase. All right, I think this is going to be the last question I answer today. This is choosing color palettes. We could do a whole video just on this. I will plug this one book really quick that has been a lot of fun for me lately. Where? It's right over there. Okay. This book is called The Dictionary of Color Combinations, and it is a seriously amazing book. I discovered this book from Pear Fleur here on YouTube, and basically it just gives you like color palette ideas. So if you're stuck and you kind of want to mix it up, I would highly recommend this book. It's pretty cheap and you can get it on Amazon. And I would also recommend just paying very close attention to the art that you like. So find some artists that really get you feeling some type of way, and identify what colors they're choosing and why. Just be very reflective and kind of get a feel for why they're making those decisions, and then try and emulate that in your own art. Okay, wait. I love this step of the drawing. So I usually go around my thing and I go around with the white color. What am I? Oh, I'm so slow today. And I just clean everything up. I get rid of the nasty lines and I just sharpen everything. I make my negative space a little bit more shaped and a little bit more like quirky, I guess you would say. Yes. All right, guys. That pretty much wraps up the video. I don't know. Maybe I should have talked about this little face doodle more, but I think it was more fun to just rant. I had a lot of fun, truthfully. This was really good for me. I need, to get this off my chest sometimes. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed chatting with me. I hope you did a little doodly oodle. What am I saying right now? I hope you guys drew something for yourself. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I don't know. Kind of different for me. But yes, enjoy. Bye, peace, love.